Welcome to the What on Earth Are You Doing After 50 radio show, featuring your host, Gwendolyn Ware-Swint, CEO and founder of Senior Health Matters, certified life strategist to the baby boomers, and #1 international best-selling author. Gwen is all about life after 50, arriving in tip-top health to go on to the next career. Gwen's guests will inspire you to eat healthier, live more energetically, and support you to ramp up your second half of life. And now, here's your host, Gwendolyn Ware-Swint.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. What on earth are you doing after 50? I'm your host, Gwendolyn Ware-Swint. And if you would like to know more about me and my international best-selling books, they are available on Amazon.com. Just go there, type in my name, and get your copy of Living Without Limitations, 30 Mentors to Rock Your World. In that book, my chapter is on what in the world are you doing after retirement. My second book is Bold is Beautiful, and that book is more about stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping into your boldness, that sort of thing. So, with that realization, it's never too late. Also, I have a Facebook group. On Facebook, it's a private group for women only, 50 plus. If you'd like to join that group, you can go to my Facebook page and send me a message, and we'll add you to the group. But you must be 50 and you must be a woman. Okay, so with that out of the way, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my very special guest today. And I don't know if a lot of people know, but Constance and I we graduated from high school together, so I'm very excited to have her here today. Constance has been in management, staffing, recruiting, and human resources for over 30 years. Her wide range of professional services skills encompass recruitment, sales, marketing, territory development, and human resource cultivation. Her healthcare service industry expertise has taken her from Michigan to Georgia to the state of Washington and back to Georgia again. She has worked with such companies as the Taz Group, Randstad, Blue Care Network of Michigan, American Cancer Society, and MSI Consultants. Her goal is to match the right talent with the right company at the right time. Now that sounds good to me. Her passion is to assist professionals in attaining their career goals, which has led her to be widely known throughout the healthcare industry. Constance firmly believes in entrepreneurship, which led her to take a risk by opening up a business practice in healthcare for clinical solutions. Here she developed the business and marketing plans and successfully executed these strategies to targeted companies and professionals. Constance officially retired from the staffing industry in 2005. However, her vision to develop a career and staffing company of her own brought her out of retirement, focused on minorities and the placement of older professionals to return to the workforce. She is currently striving to make this dream a reality. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest to you, Constance. Constance, would you like to come on and please tell us the name of your company?
Thank you. Thank you, Gwen, for having me this morning. The name of my company is Dream Job Healthcare Staffing.
Okay. Good name. I like that name.
Thank you.
So, Connie, would you like to tell us a little bit about what made you just decide to open up this type of business?
Yes, Gwen. I have been in the staffing industry for 30 years. and actually been in healthcare ever since I left high school, and went to Carnegie Institute to get into the medical field, medical assistant, medical secretary. And then after that, I always knew I wanted to be in the healthcare industry, but didn't know exactly what. And one of my employees called me one day and told me that they had an opening for a recruiter. And I said, well, I've never done that before. What do you have to do? And so he told me very easy. So I went to Randstad. That's where the job was open. And I loved it. And I just kept doing it until I had mastered matching people with the right job. And it had become a challenge. And then it became something that I really had a passion for. I mean, I just got a high placing people in the right jobs and seeing them have their dream jobs and happy in it.
Yes.
So I retired in 2005 after working in the industry for so long to help my sister with my dad, who had some healthcare challenges. And so I decided that I was going to open my own business. And I kept saying it, and I guess my friends kept saying, okay, when is this girl going to open this business? And so finally, I decided, after health challenges of my own, that I was going to do this. And I am enjoying every bit of this. I have come out of retirement. It keeps my mind active. And I just feel great about it, you know.
Yes, that is really good, Connie. I like hearing that. That's what we're all about. Is what can you do after 50? You know, to keep yourself occupied, to keep yourself strong, your mind strong.
Right.
And I really like the idea of matching the talent up with the company. That's so important to getting to the right spot. And that's what you do. That's basically what you do.
That is correct. What I do is, in fact, I've got a contract now that I'm working with a college in California.
Okay.
And I am matching his students that, you know, have a certain GPA to go into internships. Okay. And then once they complete their internship, possibly it could lead to a job for them. But I match their skill set. And what I do is I interview the individual, and if their needs meet what my client is looking for, then I will get the resume and submit it to the client.
Okay.
There are no fees involved in this with the applicant.
No fees for the person that's getting placed?
That's right. No fees for the applicant.
Oh, for the applicant. Okay.
Right. The client, you know, handles all that. I staff all over the United States, Mexico, and Canada.
Okay.
So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be in Georgia or Michigan. It's all over.
Oh, that's very good, Connie. So this would be a good time to let the listeners know how they can contact you, and then we'll get more into, you know, what you do.
Okay. Basically, what they can do, I can give you my email address. They're doing my website now. Hopefully, it'll be up by next week. But my email address is C like Charlie, ONSTANGEOR at AOL.com.
Okay. Now this is more so for the not for the applicant, but for the companies that are trying to
Both.
people.
Both.
Oh, for both. Okay.
Both.
Okay, so the applicant can contact you as well. Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, what type of healthcare positions are you focusing on?
Upper management, nursing, like CNOs.
Oh, okay.
Executive type RNs.
Mm-hmm.
I am also doing allied health, which is OT,
Mm-hmm.
speech therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and also physical therapy.
Okay. So you're looking for physical therapists
That is correct.
with a company or hospital or
That is correct.
service or something like that.
That is correct.
Okay, real good. Okay, is this? I just have a question. Is this similar, Connie, to what we used to know as Kelly Services?
No, it's a little different. It's a little different. And what makes it so unique is because under that umbrella of staffing will come dressing for success, training, resume writing, and also do mock interviews so that you can be prepared when you go out on an interview. Oh,
that's great.
So these are the things that are going to be under that umbrella.
Okay, that's a big difference in that service. I know I used to use Kelly Services quite a bit when I was a young lady.
Right.
Yeah, so that is a big difference. You focus on their dressing for success, and you want to repeat that because I think that's
dressing for success.
Mm-hmm.
Any training, say like after 50, we say we're going to retire, and then something comes along, and then you want to get back in the workforce. But say you don't want to work in a position that you've been in before. You want to try something new, and that's where my company will come in and help you to obtain whatever you're looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have mock interviews where we will have people that actually from different companies that will do a mock interview with you.
Okay.
So that you will be prepared when you go in for the interview.
Yes. That sounds good. I think that's really great that you're doing that for the 50-plus crowd because, like you said, after being, out of the loop, so to speak, you need those refresher courses. That's great. Great. Okay. So some of the jobs that you mentioned that are available would be for nurses, OTs, which is occupational therapy.
Yes,
and physical therapy, and
speech therapist.
Speech therapist, okay.
And anything in the nursing industry, RN, like CNOs, the executive type nursing.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds great. Now, will this also includes in-home services? Would you be interviewing people who want to work in the home care industry?
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing. Okay, great. Okay, what are some of your long-term goals, Connie?
Long-term goals are to work with minority companies who will, with the minority spend, they get money from the federal government for having so many minorities in their companies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my long-term goal, okay?
Okay.
To work with these companies that will hire minorities and also the minority companies, and that entails women as well. And, they could get funds for that.
Okay. Now, would that include the 50-plus group?
Yes, ma'am.
They're considered minorities as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Great. Oh, that is wonderful. This, the group that I mentioned, that you're a part of the group, the Facebook group that we have on Facebook, what in the world are you doing? No, what on earth are you doing after 50?
Correct.
Now, you might want to let the women in that group know about what you're doing. And any women that are listening now that would like to join the group, they could get quite a bit of information from you there. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone interested in joining that group, just go to Facebook and just look me up, Gwendolyn Weir Swint. That's GWENDOLYN, Weir, WEIR, Swint, SWINT. Join the group. And Connie will have information for you there. If you're thinking about starting anything in the healthcare field. And not only the healthcare field, but if you want to start a business at age 50 plus, we're there to assist you, to help you, and to cheer you on, so to speak. Okay. Okay, Connie, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your business?
You know, with the type of business that I'm in, you have to have a passion for helping people.
Yes, you do.
And I have a strong passion of helping people obtain their goals. And I know when I first started out in the industry, and I was staffing all across the United States, a lot of people I hadn't even met. I talked to them over the phone. I would hold like hour interviews with them. And then I would encourage them to bring their families if they were going to relocate. And that's another option when in this business, sometimes when you can't find a job in your state, you have to think, well, you know, is it time for me to relocate? And that's some of the things that we can help you with, okay? Encourage our clients to let you come, bring your families to on-site visits. They pay for that. And to see if that's something that you and your family want to do. A lot of times I would meet them at Hartsville, Jackson Airport. I never saw them before, but we connected. And I take them out to dinner, and almost 90% of my candidates were happy with the client, and it was a match.
It's a
match. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, that is wonderful. That is, that's love in motion.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, people, that some of the people that are listening today, maybe they may know someone that could use your services if they are not themselves in the position to take them, but they may know a family member, either a younger family member or an older family member. So hopefully they'll pass this information on to them about your company, Dream Jobs. Okay. I love the name of your company.
And also, Gwen, I wanted to let you know that it is not only to the 50 plus, it is for students that are coming out of college, or not even students coming out of college, people that just can't find that right job.
Yeah, I understand.
That's not a fit.
Yes.
It's for everyone.
For everyone, exactly. Yeah, I understood that. That it's for all ages. So, like I said, anyone that's listening that knows someone that's younger or older, please get in contact with Connie. Connie, give them your address again.
Okay, it's C like Charlie, ONSTANGEOR @AOL.com.
Okay.
And I will put on your website the What on Earth Are You Doing After 50 Plus, my website.
Okay, great. That'll be good. That'll be another way of them getting in touch with you. You said that'll be up in about a week or so.
Yes.
All right, real good. Well, Connie, feel free to tell our listeners anything else that you want them to know about your business. I like the idea about everything under one umbrella. You might want to go over that a little bit.
Yes. Again, what we do training. So in case you are interested in going back to work after retirement, or even feel that you need some training, you may be working now, but you may need some training on that new job that you're looking at, that dream job that you're looking at. Our company may be able to help you do the training for that. We also hold mock interviews. We are also doing dressing for success, and just how to talk with the interviewer, being comfortable interviewing. And we're also looking for clients that are looking for applicants. You may have a position that's hard to fill, or you just don't have time to find that right person for that right job that you have open. And so my company is here to help you do that. We will interview, and they will be what you're looking for when we send them out for the interview with you.
Okay. Now, all of this can be done online.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if they're interested in moving to another location, then that's a different story. But that's available as well, and paid for by the company that is looking to interview the person.
That is correct.
Okay, really good.
Thing that we do with the client is we ask them, are you willing to pay for relocation? Are you willing to pay to fly them out for the interview?
Mm-hmm.
And usually what I do, and I like to sit down in the evening and make telephone calls to the prospective applicant, and find out something about them. So we become friends. I know exactly what you're looking for. I know what your family's looking for. And so when I go to the client, I have a lot to present to the client because I have talked with you.
Mm-hmm. This is so interesting, Connie. We could just, and you don't mind me calling you Connie, do you?
No.
Okay. This is just so interesting to me because people are always saying they can't find a job. They can't,
Correct.
Can't do this, can't do that. But right here, you have the solution.
That is correct.
And I hope that people will take advantage of this because you've done all the work for them. All they have to do is be willing, get up, make a move if they need to, or stay right where they are.
That is correct.
All they need to do is get in contact with you. I think this is great, Connie. I'm so excited for you and your business, and for those who are looking to get hooked up with you. Really.
Thank you, Gwen. This has been my dream. And I went to a book signing, and I was sitting at a table, and this author asked me, she's asking people, what, why aren't you doing what you want to do? Why aren't you in your dream job? And I sat and I analyzed, and I said, is it fear of failing? Or what is it? And so I said, you know what? You just have to live that dream and do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So I'm doing it. I'm happy doing it, and then I make others happy.
And that's wonderful. And you're 50 plus. So that's the great thing. You are a wonderful example of living your dream after 50. A lot of times before 50, we're in a job, we're taking care of our families, we don't have time to do what we really want to do, or to live our dream job. So this is a perfect time to do that, and not getting away from what we're talking about with you, but in the book, the chapter Living Without Limitations, that's 30 Mentors to Rock Your World. That's exactly what I talk about. as far as living your dream job after 50. So it's a pretty popular thing to do these days. Would you say?
Yeah, oh, Gwen, it is, and you're absolutely right. And with the way our economy is structured right now, a lot of us cannot retire after 50.
Right.
So we have to be happy with what we're doing, and so to go back to work and or open your own business, do what makes you happy. Okay, I feel you live longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, and it's like you said, it's the economy that that is partly the reason why so many of us are working after 50. But then that's hey, what's wrong with that? I mean, it keeps you active, it keeps your mind active, it keeps you going. You tend to take care of your health better.
That's correct.
So, what's wrong with that? I've worked in the senior community for more than 25 years, and honest to goodness, I really don't want to live like I see the majority of the people in the senior community living. And it's not their fault, not really. It's just what they've got caught up in. And that's what I like to talk about. That's what I have talked about in my book, is what we're talking about now. Just don't get caught up in the everyday humdrum of sitting in your apartment all day long doing nothing but watching TV. And that couldn't be healthy.
That is correct.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to see that you're doing this, Connie. This should open up the door for so many people. And go ahead.
Yes, it will open the door up, and people will come over 50, will come to the realization that they are needed. Okay,
Yes.
Our work ethics are they haven't changed, and really a lot of the employers want to see the over 50 plus back in the workforce.
They do. More trusted, more reliable.
Right.
Right. You're right.
Right.
So, okay, you're a very important part in that, in doing that for not only the 50 plus, but any minority group. That's great, Connie. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Gwen. Thank you very much.
So, is there anything else that you would like to mention about your business? We have a little more time here, so anything you want the listeners to know?
And I am very open to ideals for the 50 plus. So again, just email me some of the ideals that you think we may be able to use in the company that would help the seniors. Okay, I know a lot of people are not computer savvy, so we will help you with that also. So it's a lot that you can do and utilize our business to your advantage. And it takes a lot of work on your part too, because you have to know exactly what you want. You have to sit down and analyze, what do I want to do after 50, and then just go for it.
Right.
Live your dream, go for the stars,
Right.
Like I said, if you want to open your own business, and I opened a business that I felt I had the expertise in, that I would be able to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got a lot of clients out there that, are looking for good people.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you feel you fit that, just go ahead and send me your resume, and then we'll look over your resume before we even send it out to the client, okay? So that it is a good resume, and that what you are looking for fits what the client is looking for. And we won't be sending you on a wild goose chase. And that's why. Go ahead, Gwen. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's the really good part. It's all under one umbrella. They don't have to be going, from here to there. You do it all.
And what we do is we'll hold phone interviews before we send you out on a face-to-face interview. Okay, so you will be talking directly with the client, and if he is interested, then he'll take it to the second level.
Right.
So, like I said, you are not wasting your time. You're not going on a wild goose chase. We're doing all the work for you, and we're not charging you.
Yeah, that is wonderful. And Connie, I know so many people in the senior community, and that will be one thing I'll be presenting them with. I'll keep my ears open for those who might be looking for something else to do, and I'm sure that there are.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, especially with the way you have it set up. It's so easy for them.
Right. And also, like I said, Gwen, if people like yourself, you're in Michigan, and you work with the senior community, if you see a need, say like they want computer training or whatever, just let me know. And someone can come, fly out to Michigan and hold those training classes for them.
Okay.
I know that a friend of mine wasn't computer savvy, and they were holding computer training classes over at the Jewish Community Center in West Bloomfield. And then they had actual graduation, and they received their certificates, and then they were able to obtain a position.
Wow.
So these are some of the things that will go under the umbrella of Dream Job Healthcare Staffing.
Okay. So let me make sure I got that right. If there is a group that would like to learn the computer, then your company will send someone to their location to train them.
That is correct.
Okay, very interesting. All right. Okay. Yeah, I hear a lot of, as far as physical therapy and occupational therapy, they come and go quite a bit in the home care industry.
Yes.
So that would be an area to look into, as far as because you place them also.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so you not only place the applicant, you place the professional as well.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, Connie, feel free to jump in and tell us anything else you want to tell us. I think it sounds like you've covered what you do very well. And go ahead.
The only thing that I ask of the radio listeners is for your support. We are a minority business, and so we need the support because we are a service-oriented group, and we're asking that you help us help you. And so we need clients that are going to be looking for internships, some paid, some not. Some clients do not pay for internship, but it's giving you that training. Because even in our senior community, I hear a lot of seniors saying, well, I want to volunteer. I want to do this. Well, that would be a good time or a good place to start to volunteer is to do internships. It's something that you want to do. And so, if we have any listeners that know clients that are looking for people, we would be more than happy to get the people for them. Like I said, we do have some clients that want paid internships, and also clients that are just looking for that right person that they don't have time to keep interviewing and interviewing and interviewing. We do that process for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also need a good candidate that, we can send out on these different job interviews. And also, when I'd like to mention that being in the industry as long as I have been in, I'm finding that with our young people, we have so many young people that have a criminal background, a felony. And a lot of the clients are not looking for people with criminal background, records.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me about my long-term goals. Eventually, I'd like to see something in place where people would give a second chance to the people that have a felony record, not a real bad criminal record, but just a little misdemeanor record that has stopped them from obtaining a job. So that would be one of my long-term goals also.
Okay.
So it's a lot that we can do, and it's a lot that I would like to do to help the people back into the workforce.
Oh, yeah. Connie, this is great. You have all the tools. I'll just put it that way. You have all the tools to help someone that wants to help themselves. And most of the work, I can tell just from what you said, is already done for them. All they need to do is show up, and you've got it there for them.
That is correct.
I just can't express enough what a good thing this is that you're doing for people and the human resources. And is there something that you can send me that I could maybe show to the people in the community that I work in?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Yeah. That would be good.
And I'll get that to you.
Yeah, okay. That would be great, Connie. Wow. We just, this needs to be covered again. So I would like for you to come back on a future show, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'd love to win.
Okay, because this needs, we need to build some momentum and keep this going, because there's definitely a need for the services that you're offering. And I'm just so pleased that to have you on the show to let people know about what you're doing.
And when I want to say we're not a headhunter group, a lot of times people will say, "Are you a headhunter?"
Yeah, that came to my mind, but I didn't say it.
I get that all the time. Are you a headhunter?
Right.
I am not a headhunter.
Yeah, I see the difference. Tell the people the difference in a headhunter and what you're doing.
A headhunter, they have certain jobs that need to be filled, and they'll go out and do whatever by any means necessary to get that job filled.
Right.
And I've been in that position before where I needed to get jobs filled, and I'm hurrying up doing it, and I'm calling this person and calling that person. But this is not what Dream Jobs represents. We represent, when we send people out, that they are fully qualified for the job. Because not only is the client looking at the individual, but they're also looking at Dream Jobs. Okay, what type of clientele are you sending, applicants are you sending us? And vice versa for the client, okay? They should have high standards also. Good jobs, okay? And so this is something different than the headhunters, because we are offering training Dressing for success. We're holding mock interviews so that when you go out on your interview, you are fully prepared, okay? And also the training. That is so important, that you know the job that you are going to be doing. And even when it comes to your professional, do you have the qualifications? Do you have the credentials? How long have you been doing the job? So that we can do a good presentation to the client. So they will be really enthusiastic about meeting you.
Very good. Very good. Yes. It's done for them.
Everything is done for them.
Well, that is wonderful. So, let's see. I had a question for you. Say, for instance, you had a client here that lived in Detroit, and an applicant that lived in Detroit, and you had a client, say, in California, that was looking for someone with the expertise that they want in Detroit. You would actually send them to California,
actually,
if they were willing to pay, if the client.
Right. A lot of times when I interview a client, because I do the interviewing of the client also.
Okay.
I'm asking that client, one of the questions I ask, if a person is willing to relocate, will you be paying relocation fees? A lot of times they will pay relocation fees at 100%. Sometimes, depending on, how enthusiastic they are about the applicant.
Okay.
They will pay relocation at 106%. Are you willing to fly them out on a second interview? Because they're going to do a telephone interview first.
I see.
And then once they do that telephone interview and they feel that this is the candidate that they really want to interview, then they will pay for them to come out. They will fly them out on the interview. So that's one of the main questions we ask. Do you pay for relocation? Are you paying for them to fly out for the interview? And 90% of the time they do. Okay. Because that's the person that they really, really want.
Okay. So, I always have seniors on the mind. So my next statement is that a lot of the seniors' children live in different states. So if we were to come across a person a senior that maybe wanted to move in the same state that their children live in, this would, especially if they're looking for to continue working, this would be ideal.
You're absolutely right.
For them. Yeah, that's a whole market right there for seniors.
You're absolutely right. And you'd be surprised how many businesses are looking for over 50 plus professionals.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yes, but it's also good. I'm not knocking it for the younger people, because they definitely need work as well. It's just that I've worked in the senior community for so long that I'm always looking for whatever good I can bring to them, and this is something that is just wonderful. Thank you so much, Connie.
Thank you, Gwen,
for living your dream to help others. So, Connie, I'd love to have you back on, and we will set a date for that.
Okay, Gwen, and thank you for inviting me today.
You're so welcome. And before we leave, just give the listeners your contact information again, in case they tuned in a little bit late.
Okay, my email address is C like Charlie, ONSTANGEOR at AOL.com. My website should be up next week, and I will put that on Gwen's Facebook page so that it can get out into the communities.
Okay. And that Facebook page is What on Earth Are You Doing After 50? They can just go there and ask to be added to the group, and that won't be a problem.
That is correct. And I just want to reiterate that we not only work in Georgia, even though Georgia is a home base, I work all over the United States.
Oh, yes, that's a very good point to make. Now, are you thinking about expanding internationally? I mean, is that an option?
I have, when I was in the workforce, I have a lot of contacts in Canada and a lot of contacts in Mexico.
Okay.
So I would like to expand that even more internationally. I really.
Right. Well, Connie, it's been a pleasure. A real pleasure having you on, and I'm just so excited for your business because you definitely have something to offer everyone, and I hope that they will take advantage and will bring them more when you come back on the show, even if we have to go over the same thing, because a lot of times, we don't get it all at one time, because I know there are a lot of people that will use your service.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that for you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gwen.
Okay, thank you, Connie.
Okay, the pleasure has been all mine.
Mine as well. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
We will see you in 2 weeks, right here, Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on What on Earth Are You Doing After 50? Thank you for joining me, and go out there and really rock your second half of life.